All right, guys, Coach Gary here from WODprep. Today we are gonna go over 3 quick drills that you can do to improve your overhead performance in split jerks or push jerks almost instantaneously. But first, if you would be interested in receiving our ultimate shoulder warm-up, check out the link below for that free warm-up guide. Do it before your next shoulder workout or your next CrossFit workout where you're very shoulder intensive. It's gonna warm up your shoulders from all angles. So first thing that we're gonna do some face pulls. And since most of you have access to jump stretch bands, you're gonna go ahead, attach a jump stretch band to about chin level or head height, somewhere in between there. But we're gonna really warm up those posterior muscles that tend to get a little too weak or at too much of a strength deficit to the anterior muscles. So Paul's gonna go ahead, down to one knee. Grab a pad if you have some brittle knees, like him. And so for this face pull, we get some tension on the band. The band shouldn't be lax. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna feel like he pulls the band apart and he's gonna pull it to his forehead. Good, so you kind of think like you're coming back and doing the double bicep pose, and he's really activating that upper middle back. So you can do a set of 10 on that. So pull that band to your face. Should just be enough resistance that you should be able to get 10 fairly easily. And that is your face pull. Kneeling, pull it to the face, to the forehead, good to go. We're gonna warm up the trunk, but then we're also gonna work on a good shoulder turn. So we have the top of that handle resting on the top of our chest, and we're gonna have that elbow pointing forward, tucked in nice and tight. So the elbow starts facing forward, and then he's gonna press, and then the elbow finishes turned out. So we'll do it one more time, and pause. So we wanna really work on good elbow extension, really extending that elbow, getting the arm as close to the ear as we can, and full shoulder flexion. There we go, really punching into that. And then make sure that navel's retracted, pull that belly button into the spine, so we're getting some trunk stabilization, and then we're working on that good shoulder flexion. So go ahead, you can do a set of 6 to 10 each arm, and that is your kneeling kettlebell press. So he'll warm up the actual strength, the pressing portion of the shoulders, get them ready for that whole overhead movement. And then lastly, so we warmed up the posterior portion, we warmed up the whole shoulder, getting a nice shoulder turn, but now we want to think of the split jerk and push jerk, how they are reactive movements. So, right, you press the weight and you have to react quickly underneath that barbell to a moving weight. So one way to kind of get that reactive, that proprioception going is to do a simple kettlebell snatch, and then we'll do a complex where we actually create it into an overhead waiter's carry. So Paul's gonna go ahead and demo. He's gonna do 5 kettlebell snatches on the one arm, like so. And then so after he completes his 5, what he would do is he would go down, say like a 50-meter track, hold that kettlebell up in that overhead position, and now we're just gonna work on some overhead stability. He would walk that 50-meter track down and back until that shoulder starts to get fatigued. We wanna get a little shaky in that shoulder, so we're really working on stability, endurance in that shoulder. So that is how we are gonna warm up that reactive portion of that split jerk. So, recap, you have 3 pieces. Let's get those posterior muscles warmed up and awake that typically tend to be at a strength deficit to those front muscles, anterior muscles, and then let's go ahead, warm up a nice shoulder turn so we get the shoulder joint and the scapula moving together, so working on that nice shoulder turn, and then also integrating that core with the kneeling kettlebell presses, and then lastly warm up that reactive portion of the push jerk, split jerk, whatever you're doing that day, by doing the kettlebell snatches with an overhead waiter's carry. So you're gonna do 2 rounds, 10 face pulls, 6 to 10 kneeling presses each arm, and then finish off with 2 sets of your 5 kettlebell snatches into an overhead waiter's carry. That is your 3 quick drills to improve the performance on your split jerk, push jerk right now. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't like the video, and then go ahead in the comments below Give me what city you're coming from, where you're watching the video, so we can check out where you're at. Have a good one.